Players' punishment of Jones, blind a big deal 139 Shaka Hislop shrugs off the punishment handed down to Phil Jones and Daley Blind for actions after the Europa League final. 1,391,030 PMBST. Manchester United defender Phil Jones claims he has been harshly treated by UEFA after receiving a 12-match European suspension for verbally abusing an anti-doping officer following last season's Europa League final victory against Ajax. Jones, in Malta with England ahead of Friday's World Cup qualifier in Valletta, will miss the Champions League opener against Basel at Old Trafford on September 12, having already been banned for the Super League defeat against Real Madrid in Skopje, after being hit with his suspension by UEFA. United had planned to appeal against the length of the ban, but Jones claims that he and the club are resigned to the suspension being upheld. Yet after being forced to miss out on a dressing room tribute to the victims of the Manchester Arena terrorist attack in order to comply with the doping test regulations, Jones, who was found guilty of directing insulting and directing abusive language and a lack of cooperation and respect toward the official, says the incident merited no more than a fine. "To be honest, I couldn't believe it when I was told about the 12-game ban," Jones said. "It's slightly harsh. You see players go in for leg-breaking challenges and they get a 1-game ban or a 12-game ban. I could understand if I didn't comply with the rules, but I did. I fully complied with the rules. I did my urine and my blood tests. I was in and out in 30 minutes. They said, did I want to leave any comments? I said no, and walked out the room. I am sure they have seen far worse in their time. I have seen far worse. I am not going to name names and nothing has happened. I apologized in my statement. I am sure you guys have sworn at work or something like that. I'd be surprised if you haven't." Stephen McCarthy, UEFA via Getty Images. Anyone can understand that in a situation like that, maybe there was language that was inappropriate, but it definitely wasn't directed to the official himself. I definitely didn't look at him in his eye and say that he was this and that. Looking back on it now, did I deserve a fine? Possibly, but a 12-game ban is a bit out of the ordinary. Jones says his frustration was directed at the anti-doping official because of a lack of understanding of his determination to join his teammates in the tribute to the attacks. "I knew on about 75 minutes that me and Daley Blind were up for the doping test," Jones said. "The doc told us, which was not a problem, fine by me. I've done it many times before. I went into the doping room straight after the game and wasn't allowed into the changing room, which is fine as well. Usually you go into the doping room, you sign, you get your chaperone so they can see what you're doing, you can go back into the changing room, get your mobile phone, whatever, get a drink, come back into the doping room, but that wasn't the case. It's not as if we had just won the Mickey Mouse League, we had won the Europa League. I'm sure anyone can understand that you work so hard all year round to win a prestigious competition like that and someone says you can't celebrate with your team. We had planned to do the banner for the Manchester attacks. It is quite close considering we are a Manchester team, based in Manchester, but it wasn't to be. I fully complied with rules and did my urine sample, did my blood sample and ended up with a 12-game ban. I don't think the appeal is going any further. I'm still going to serve the ban for the next Champions League game against Basel.